Bloom season 2 have spiked a lot of concern, and if you look at the Bloom Telegram channel, it discovered that there is a live stream that just ended 1 hour ago. Okay, you see, 1 hour ago, where the co-founder have been answering a lot of questions, and this question is as a result of the concern that airdroppers or people that believe in this project have, just like you and myself. And if you look at these questions are answered in this very live stream. So if you can take a look at these very questions, it will help you and answer some of the questions that you have already. And also on my immediate last video on the channel right here, this very video that I did on Bloom few days ago have a lot of comments which I want us to look at. If you look at the Bloom price right now, market has dropped already all the way to the downside below this very moving average. Does this market have capacity of moving upward from this very area and creating a new close or a possible new high at this very point? All of these in this very video. So watch this video all the way to the very end. Consider supporting this channel by leaving a like for this video, subscribe right now, and turn on the bell notification for more crypto videos like this one. Also check the channel for all that crypto content. The Bloom pre-market price is 0.0136 right here. And if you look at this price chart, market is coming back down after a breakout of this important level of support. Market come back down. So this level of support right here is now acting as resistance, which means market drop down, market move up a little bit as we are seeing right now. Resistance, market have capability of coming back to the downside. The most important thing you need to pay attention to here, if you trade on pre-market, is the market moving upward and go above this very moving average right here. Once you see the market move upward with a bullish candle and close above this very moving average right at this point, then we can be very sure that the market is going to move upward. However, if the market remains under this very moving average, that is this very moving average right here, we have three moving averages on this very chart. This very one, if the market remain under this very one, okay, then that means we should not expect a sudden rise in the price of Bloom or a rise in the price of Bloom. Only when we see a movement, that is a bullish movement, all the way upward and break above this level of important resistance, which this moving average is going to act as. As soon as we see that breakout upward with a bullish candle, then I'll be very sure that this market or this price is going to begin to move upward and possible creation of a new close higher than this very close that we see right here in the past. And this is what you need to watch right now if you trade on pre-market. And this is very important. And one thing about pre-market trading is if you trade, then you possibly want to trade and take the best advantage when the price comes all the way to the downside, because for me, this price is still going to move upward. However, from the reaction of season 2 that is being rolled out by the Bloom team, the market reacted to that very rollout, and the market has been coming all the way to the downside for the past 3 to 4 days after the rollout of season 2. And this reaction is very important because we need to pay attention to what is happening in the chart, because the chart we are seeing here is a graphical representation of what trader psychology is. So people are now thinking, what is going on? Why did they roll out season 2 and all of this stuff? So we must have to take this into account to be in the right direction of the market as strategic and informed investors. So what I am personally looking at right now is for the market to have a push up, okay, from where it is right now, this very point, and this level of support right here. We should see a push up from this very zone all the way to the upside. But the most important thing you need to pay attention to is for the market to go above this very moving average right here. Once you see that, then there is a 80 to 90% chance that the market is going to continue this movement all the way to the upside. And this is very important if you trade pre-market. So you buy low, so you sell high. I know most people do the opposite, especially when you don't have the knowledge of technical analysis. Coming to the Bloom channel right at this point, we have this very live stream that was done by the Blum co-founder, and this live stream lasts for an hour plus. And if you look at this very live stream, it talks about the season 2 update and the community feedback and concern. We have the Blum TGE, we have the memepad, the Blum backers, and the roadmap for the H1 2025, and what next for Blum. All of these were discussed in this very live stream. So if you missed the live stream and you want to dig deep into the concern that you have, some of the questions have been answered. If you go through the timestamp, you discover that some of the questions that you have might have been answered in this very live stream. So what you can do is to possibly get into this very video and check these very questions and see the one that actually go in what you want to ask, and go straight to that very timestamp and watch that very part so that you get the answer to your question directly from the Blum co-founder, because it's very important. You don't want to waste your time on something that you don't believe in, or something you don't believe something is going to come out maybe later or sooner in the future. And this is what we need to pay attention to if you're on this airdrop. For those of us that have been in this space for some time, for example, in 2019, 2020, talking about bounty hunting, we hunt bounty and airdrops, and most of it don't pay. You will do perform tax and they will not still pay. So it have changed my perspective, my experience, and everything about airdrops. You do it at your leisure, okay? Not putting any single trust in anything, not at all, because things can go south and go very bad more than you expect. However, if you want to do any airdrop, do it at your leisure and have this hope that it can pay and it may not. The team can decide to do otherwise. So I have a lot of reaction from my previous Blum video, which is this very Blum video right at this very point, which I want us to take a look at and see the community reaction concerning this very season 2 that have been rolled out by the Blum team. Your analysis makes so much sense and you are doing great job. Thank you very much, Benjamin. That is very, very amazing. Samuel is saying most token with too much activities and delay like this end dust. I'm surprised at Blum. They have what I think won't be encouraging. In the Telegram starting season 2 without distributing season 1 is not something I can thumbs up for. Starting season 2 does not make a lot of sense without distributing season 1, and bringing main point, which is quite different from Bloom point, mean you need to work again to get main point. And who knows how they're going to do their conversion. Maybe they're going to relate what you have as main point to Bloom point, or if you have certain main point, that will amount to so number of Bloom point to give you the actual token. So all of this confusion is in the mind of a lot of person, and I understand and appreciate your comment as well. And we have James. I don't have knowledge of trading. How do I trade Bloom? Should answer this. Okay, if you don't have knowledge of trading, I have a lot of tons of videos on this channel that talks about how to trade first of all. And if you want to trade on the Bloom mini app, one thing you need to also do is very, very simple. You go to the Bloom mini app right here on Telegram, and then you launch the app. Once you launch it, it will take you to the Bloom page. So on the Bloom page, you go straight to the Bloom memepad right here. On the Bloom memepad, if you want to trade on the Bloom memepad, first of all, you have to use your Tonkeeper or any Ton wallet. And once you do that, you connect and you come to either new or hold. Select the token you have to do. But first of all, before you buy any token, you must have done your analysis and know that that token is going to move upward. Once you do that, let's say, for example, I want to trade this Alive. I have to click on Alive. And once I click on Alive, it will take me to this very page. On this very page, you see that it will show you the buy and sell button. Okay, so you can then buy. If I want to buy and I click on this very buy button, let's say, for example, I've done my analysis. I have to put in the ton, okay, that I want to use. That's the quantity of ton I want to use in buying. I can put 1 ton. Okay, if I put 1 ton, they say not enough ton. That means I don't have enough ton in my wallet, and I have to top up my wallet. Okay, so this is how you trade in a simple term, and I have a lot of videos on this channel that explain how to trade. So check that out. This comment from Daniel. So how can you trade with your Bloom points? Right now, Bloom have not talked about how to trade with Bloom points. Okay, your Bloom point is still with you until that conversion rate is done, and then it's being converted to the real Bloom token. That is on the way you can trade with it on major exchange or on the Bloom memepad. So for now, Bloom points is just Bloom points that does not have any value, okay, until the TGE is done in distribution, allocation, and all of those stuff, and also finally listing, because listing is very important to enable us buy and sell the token. The next question is from Derek. We wait for listing in 2027. This is very sarcastic in a way, but I don't think it's going to get up to 2027. The listing is going to come next year. That is my personal opinion. But what the Bloom team is doing right now is not very, very okay with a lot of person, including myself, to be honest. The next question is from Gabriel. Does it mean anyone who did not get meme points and have Bloom points is useless? The Bloom team have not talked about Bloom points being useless. Okay, the thing is, meme points is channeled towards the Bloom memepad. Either you're using both to trade, you're trading by yourself, you create a token. All the activities you are doing on the memepad will earn you meme points while you are mining and doing some of those activities like watching video on YouTube and some of other activities you do on the mini app, and you Bloom points outside of the memepad. And these are two different points, okay? But the thing is, your Bloom point is not useless yet, and I don't think it will be useless. Gabriel, that's very important. Thank you for your comment and your concern. Boycott season 2. If we stay silent now, every future airdrop will be a disappointment. We refuse to wait 2 years for the reward we have worked hard for. The airdrop belongs to season 1 and we want it now. This is what Marlon is saying. I really appreciate your thoughts and concern, but if you notice, every project and team creates their project based on what they want and what they think will be good for the community. Now, their thought may be wrong, okay? And at the end of the day, it can happen that it may not go as planned. And this is what we need to understand. I know that we've been mining this very Bloom airdrop for some time now, several months, and season 1 demand to be rewarded. Okay, for me, I believe that season 1 should be rewarded before you roll to season 2. However, the team have the sole discretion to say we need season 2 to better season 1, and we are working in the interest of the community. Who knows whether this will turn out to be very, very great, or it can be very, very bad. We need to wait for the team because there is nothing we can do about it. That is how airdrop is, okay? And Bartholomew is saying Bloom is becoming annoying. No adequate infos to their community. They feel they have the numbers so they can just do anything. Not too many people have the capacity to trade or even know how to trade. This is very also important. They have the numbers, that is quite all right, but they also think they are also doing this for the interest of the community. However, personally, I think the both side, I understand what the Bloom team is trying to do, because if you look at what they are doing also, no team or no play to earn have done what they're doing, and it will take time. If you look at Uni, when Uniswap started, it started for some time, and they actually rewarded people that have placed just a single trade at certain period, and people get like $1,000, $2,000, $10,000, as the case may be, back then, just a few years ago. And we don't really know how Bloom is going to turn out, okay? So I believe we should just follow the step gradually, why we should keep our expectation very, very low, because things may not go as expected. The next one is, so the Bloom point is useless. No, I've talked about this. Bloom point is not useless, Samuel. I think Bloom point will also count, while meme point will also count too. The next comment is from Random. Nice video. Thank you very much, Random. Looking at this project, is best to hold after listing. Yeah, possibly is best to hold after listing, because if you look at the case of Uni, when that airdrop was distributed, people that is holding Uni maybe from that time have made thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars, depending on the allocation that you get from that very airdrop. And I also believe that in the heat of the bull market, any person that get this very airdrop from Bloom, especially if they do the right thing and properly reward the community, listen to my take, if they properly reward the community, I also believe is going to really play out well because of what they are building. The next comment is from Willie. They should give us Bloom point reward, then we will use it to trade for main point. This is very, very important too. Thanks for your comment. They should give us Bloom points, which we've worked for before, which I also agree with you. Bloom points should be given, and also main point should be set aside. Okay, they should not join Bloom point to main point, because if they do that, a lot of person will get a very, very little airdrop, because to do and get points will require you to trade, take steps, spend some little money. My honest take on this very season 2 is that season 2 have been rolled out and it's already in section. People are doing it. So if you have the capability of doing it, please do it, okay? And also be mining. Your Bloom point is important. Your main point is important. The only thing we need to do right now is to, number one, keep our expectation low, like I always say. And then number two, keep mining our Bloom point. And if you have capacity to do and get the main point, do it. And number three, still expect something good from the Bloom airdrop. Okay, personally, I think because they are building something that a lot of play to earn that we've seen in the past have not done, it will take some time, just like we see in the case of Uniswap before the airdrop the unit token. And also, if you look at Pancake Swap, before Cake comes out, there is a lot of building development that have gone on, especially at the back end. And this takes a lot of time. And I also appreciate the fact that we should be rewarded Bloom points, okay, for season 1 before going to season 2. But the team can come up with anything and say, okay, season 2 and season 1 should be merged together. Bloom points and main points should be merged together. We want to do this thing at the same time and synergize it to be one single token. Okay, so all of this is very important. However, let's wait for the Bloom team. They are in charge. And if you don't like what they are doing, then you can decide to pause your Bloom mining. But I will advise this is not time to pause your mining, because you can still get reward from your Bloom points. All you need to do, if you are very, very unhappy about what the Bloom team is doing, is to just slow down things and focus on other things to do while you still look at getting a little reward from what you've done in the past. So this is very important comment. Thank you for those of you that comment. Consider supporting this channel by leaving a like for this video, subscribe right now, and turn the bell notification for more crypto videos like this one. Also check the channel for other crypto content. Join our Telegram channel, the link in the description, for more crypto news, updates, investing, and day trading strategy. And if you want to watch my video on the best crypto narrative for the 2025 bull market, check this video out. It's going to help you. And if you want to learn how to trade from beginner to advanced, check this video as well. It's going to help you. Thanks for supporting this channel.